Hello guys, and welcome back. And in this video we're going to continue working on our bench work. So one of the things I noticed in looking at the last video, this brown is kind of hard to see up against the black background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the color of the bench work layer to like yellow. There, it's a lot easier to see. So we're going to start off, we're going to work on this side of the layout now. So what I'm going to do is go back up here, just kind of take from this, since I know the, let's see, what was it? We had the bench work coming out off the wall, yeah, 1.5 feet. So since both sides are 18 inches, we'll go ahead and copy that down to there like that. And I'm going to come back up here and grab my 8-foot section. Do like that. You can see we're falling just a little bit short here. I don't know, I mean, you could either bust this piece up into two, or take this 8-foot section and reduce it to where like maybe it's falling on this wall stud and then put another one in, or we can make it exactly make this exactly 8 foot, which is probably just for the sake of making this easy to build. That's what I'm going to do. But before I do that, I'm going to add the other piece along the back. Like this, and let's go ahead and take it to the end just like we did the wall, just like we did the other side. So I'm just going to grip edit that up to there like that. Then what we can do is we can just take this and move this and move this, and I'm just going to move this like that, and looks like we got off a little bit there. Let me move this back up. There we go. And then what we can do is we can just grip edit the edge. Whoops. There we go. And of course we can shorten these up a little bit. Just going to move those back in there like that. Just something like that there. So now what I want to do is take that 8-foot piece section and copy it. Up to here like that. Okay, it's turning out good. So now we can just take this and grip edit that. Now we can do the same thing as we did up here. So I'm going to draw for these supports or stringers, or these pieces right here. We can draw a circle like this, and then I'm just going to scale that by 0.5. That'll give me the midpoint in the. And we can copy from the middle of there. Like that. Then we can scale it again, 0.5. Let's do another copy. I'll go ahead and run this back out. This time I'll scale it 0.75. When I'm snapping to here, I'm snapping to the center of the circle, because remember, that's where we drew the circle from. Like that, and then copy another one. Okay, so let's see what our dimensions are going to be now. Two feet. I think we had 111 on the other side. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing here except for this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy one of these to there. And I'm going to do the rotate command, RO, give it the base point. Again, give it the base point. R for reference from there to there. Rotate it in to there. And again, I'm going to do the intersection command, INT. Give it to there to there. You could see the crosshair kind of pop up. When you see that, if you just left click, it'll put it there for you. And I'm going to grip edit that. And I just need to grip edit this right here. And again, this should be 45 degrees, close to it. Yep. Okay. So we got that in. So the only thing left to do really is just get some even spacing on these support members going across this way. So I'm just going to do the circle command. And I'm going to scale that 0.5. If you type in CENT and just click on the edge of the circle, it'll snap to the center of the circle. And I'm going to type in 0.5. And then let's copy, well, let's just copy this long piece here. We can grip edit this. You notice I'm grabbing that piece from the midpoint. We'll put it right there. Yeah, that'll be fine, putting that there. Something like that, and let's scale that again, 0.5. We can just copy that. Like that, and then we'll do the 0.75 again. Copy that up there, and there we go. We have our bench work. Now, one of the things I like about the CAD is that you can check for conflicts. So what I mean by that is that, like right here, this is probably going to be problematic because the actuating rod for the turnout for the switch motor is, they're usually on this end of the turnout. So this piece right here is going to get in the way. So I mean, it's what's so great about this is that you can see it, in CAD instead of building it and going, I'm going to have to move this, and that's happened to me before in the past. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably just going to move it up to about, let's see if I move it down. See, it would be conflicting with this one in here, so I'm probably going to move it up to, I don't know, probably about right in there, like that. And then that way the actuating rod for this turnout, here's the diverging route here, the actuating rod here, it's going to be right here, so I don't think there'll be any conflicts there. So that's one of the things I like about using using CAD to plot it up, especially on a bigger layout. Like if we look at the one I've designed for Alvaville up here, with all these turnouts and everything, you can see, I was able to go through and check and see if I'm going to have any conflicts before I actually start construction. So really the last thing left to do is, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in here and copy all the bench work that we just drew. Every piece that we drew. remember, if you window from right to left, you don't have to, your selection box doesn't have to surround the whole entity. You only need to get part of it and it'll select it for you. So what else do we have? We have this, and this. I think that's it. I'm just going to copy this out to the side. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in BH for boundary hatch, and I'm just going to use the default here. If you wanted to use a different pattern, you could click the little ellipses here and go to sample, and there's all these different patterns that you can use. I'm just going to take the ANSI pattern of 131 and select specify entities, and I'm just going to window these, hit preview. You can see it put all the little lines in there for me. Now I'm just going to move those back over to the layout from a common base point, which I'll just select the corner here. And there we go. So that's how I do my bench work. You know, it's very helpful, especially when you get ready to start building. Then you can just come in here and start dimensioning using the DA command, and just, you know, getting the dimensions of the lumber, so you'll know what to cut the lumber at. So and even, you know, spacing it out. You know, you would need to come over exactly 2 feet from here to here when you get ready to, you know, to install this part here, and it just makes it so much easier. You can get the angles. It just really makes it a lot easier. So this video is starting to get long. I'm gonna go ahead and kill it here. One other thing I do want to mention, so if we have our 1x3 running along the edge of the wall like this, you can put your backdrop right up against the wall, or you can if this was the wall here like this, let me just draw this. If this was the wall, and then here's your shelf coming out like this, you know, something like this, and you know, you've got your 1x3 is mounted in here like this up against the wall. You know, if you wanted to do some more pieces of, you can purchase 1x2s and run them up the length of the wall like this, mounting them to the wall studs, and then you can put your backdrop right up against, mount it to those pieces instead of directly to the wall. You know, if this was your, let's say this was your backdrop here, just change that color, make it blue. So yeah, if that was your backdrop here, you know, you could do that. So what you do is just offset the backdrop, the 0.75 or the 0.7. Wait, what was it? It's 3/4 of an inch, right? So 3/4 of an inch. Yeah, so 3/4 of an inch would be 0.75 times 0.083, 0.06225. So you could just offset that back into towards the room, 0.06225, like that, and that would put the backdrop right along the, you know, that would be that scenario there. So guys, I hope this was helpful, and in the next video, I'm not really too sure what else there is to do on this. If you guys have any suggestions or anything you'd like to see me do the CAD videos on, maybe some issues you're running into, just I don't know, post something on the video, and just, you know, I'll answer it as best I can. So we'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.